Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, call me a tree hugger. I really don't care, because I think that there is something so amazing in the simplicity of just connecting with nature. I don't care how old you are. I've seen little babies and I've seen 90-year-olds. Well, we got wind, pun intended, that there was going to be a climate march in Glens Falls. So we called up and found out who's behind it, and we invited them on so we could talk to you about this. And joining me today is Bernice Mennis. Now, Bernice is one of the founders of an organization called Tri-County N.Y. Transition. Welcome, Bernice.
Thank you very much.
Very nice to have you here. And a neighbor of ours, Claudia Braymer, who is a county supervisor, Warren County. Welcome, Claudia. Very nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Bernice, I want to start with you. As if I can't tell from the way you're dressed.
What can you
You have a wonderful appreciation for the surroundings. I could just feel this from you.
It's true.
Yeah, I know it's true. So why did you start this organization?
Well, if I go back, when you said children and old, I'm now old, but when I was a child, I was in love with everything that bloomed in nature. I grew up in the Bronx. Bronx Botanical Gardens was my home. And even now, the notion of seasons, change, growth, what Fromm calls biophily, love of life. I just love nature. So that's how I got involved with the earth. And then 38 years ago, I moved to West Fort Anne, 70 acres of woodland, streams. And because it's so precious, the earth is so precious to me, I want to protect what is fragile for my children, grandchildren, all the generations. Because for me, it's an incredible gift that we've been given.
Yes, it is an absolutely incredible gift that we've been given. You know, we get tied up, right, Claudia? We get, every single day we've got our jobs, and we have issues with our families. We have things that we need to do. And especially when it gets chaotic like this, which it is, and there's a lot of diverse opinions about which direction the country should go in and whatever. It's not political at all, is it?
I think that everyone cares about the environment and trying to do a little bit better to protect it for our future generations, for my children and their children's children.
Yes, I totally agree with that. You know, some people have said to me, well, you know, we're kind of on a slippery slope here. It's not going to affect me. That's the wrong way to look at it. The right way to look at it is what you just said. It's not about us. It's about our children. It's about their children. Yeah. What kind of planet are they going to inherit?
And, and we can't just sit back and let the status quo go when we know we can do a little bit better with improved technology or, you know, advancing the environmental protections rather than going backwards.
Yes, that's right. And it doesn't take that much to do it.
Right.
And it's not political. It's the one thing that we probably, as beings on this planet, share.
Okay, if I may say, in 1970, the first Earth Day, it was very bipartisan because we all live on this earth. Clean air, clean water. And if you look at Hoosick Falls, when water gets dirty, when air gets polluted, when children get asthma, it's very direct in terms of our connection to the earth. We're not separate from it. So it's us and generation, generation, generation. But I almost think if people looked from afar and said, how could they have destroyed their lakes, their streams? How could they? It's almost incomprehensible. So the question is, how do we not see what in some way everyone knows?
Well, you know what it comes down to? It comes down to education, and that doesn't mean there'll be a quiz after this interview. What it really means is that we take the time to understand that a slippery slope is exactly what it suggests. Is that, oh, okay, well, that'll be okay, but not that. Oh, well, that'll be okay, not that. And before you know it, the streams are polluted, or the air is polluted, or we've made a decision that will affect our children adversely, and that's a problem. And that's not political. That just has to do with the fact that we share this planet. Well, toward that end, education, this Saturday, we're having a climate march in Glens Falls. It's going to start at City Park, right next to Crandall Library.
Right next to Crandall Library.
And wind up in Crandall Park itself, which is up Glen.
Right. It's about a mile up Glen, and we'll be ending there and having a rally with some speakers and live entertainers, and there'll be information tables. There will also be petitions that you can sign, because one of the reasons that we have decided to put this together was that there wasn't a lot of action happening at the national level, so we're trying to organize some more local events and also encourage our local leaders. So there will be petitions going to all of the electeds in the 21st district.
That's very nice. Now, again, somebody, if you're a real skeptic, you start in with, oh, it's a protest march or something. It's got nothing to do with that at all. This Saturday, do yourself a favor, take your family and participate in the march. Go up there. There's going to be music, there's going to be children's activities, there's going to be speakers, action alerts. These are things that we should all know about, and organizations themselves helping you be better informed about contributing to the health of our planet.
May I say that
yes,
we're going to, the Audubon will have a booth, NAACP will have a booth, there'll be kids, teenagers from the Wild Center who have been working on climate change. We may have some little ones too who still have a sense of wonder. And I would say do yourself a favor every day now in this extraordinary spring and look at what's coming up from our Earth.
Right.
And just pay attention. The notion of pay attention and be present feels to me what this is about. And
well, you know what? If people are listening to this, the sense of wonder doesn't stop when you're a child.
No.
I think you're probably a pretty good example of this, by the way, Bernice.
I know, I'm 72, but I was just rereading Rachel Carson's Sense of Wonder, because one of the things our group has done is work with the library, Crandall Library, to show films in the public interest. Our next film is next Wednesday, and it's on Rachel Carson.
I've seen that
who
documentary.
wrote both The Sense of Wonder and The Sea Around Us.
That's right.
And Silent Spring. And just
That's
to say, there was so much denial of DDT, just like so much denial of cigarette smoking. It's
Well,
so
we have a good place for people to start.
Okay.
Good place for you to start.
I'll stop.
A good place to start is this Saturday. Everybody's getting together at City Park next to Crandall Library in downtown Glens Falls at 10 o'clock, a short walk up to Crandall Park, and then a whole afternoon of the kind of activities that are fun and educational. So,
And if they can't walk, just come to the park. Come to Crandall Park if you're unable
and
to walk.
you'll carry them.
And we'll carry you.
Just
We
meet us
carry
there.
our sisters and brothers.
I'm not shocked to hear that. Bernice, it's a real pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much for having this program
Yes.
and for being
Oh, you're welcome. Claudia, great to see you again.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks very much. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.
Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.